A warm summer night in Los Angeles, and 70,000 glowing light sticks sway like waves inside SoFi Stadium. The song blasting through the speakers is in Korean, yet every person in the crowd sings along without missing a word. 2 nights earlier, the same scene played out at Tokyo Dome. Next week, the group will fill Mexico City's Foro Sol before heading to Sao Paulo. 30 years ago, such a tour would have sounded impossible. But everything changed in April 1992. On that date, a trio called Seo Taiji Boys stepped onto the weekly TV talent show named Myeong, which means General Popular Song Contest, on the MBC network. Their song, I Know, mixed rap verses, English catchphrases, and a New Jack Swing beat. The older judges were shocked and gave the group the lowest score of the night, just 7 points out of 100. Korean teenagers felt differently. They rushed to buy the cassette, and within weeks the song sat at #1 on every domestic chart, selling 1.7 million copies. Overnight, producers realized modern youth music could be big business in Korea. One of those producers was Lee Soo-man. He founded SM Entertainment in 1995 and built something new, an idol training school that ran almost like a sports academy. Teenagers auditioned, signed multi-year contracts, and lived in dorms where they studied dance, singing, Japanese, English, and even how to smile for cameras. The timing worked in his favor. In late 1997, South Korea was hit hard by the Asian financial crisis, and the new government looked for industries that could earn dollars without big factories. Newly elected President Kim Dae-jung saw cultural exports as both soft power and hard cash salvation. So his cabinet launched the Hallyu Industry Support Development Plan in 1998 and raised the Culture Ministry's budget 6-fold within 3 years, from $14 million to $84 million. Loans, tax breaks, and grants went to recording studios, rehearsal buildings, and small labels. In 1999, lawmakers passed the Basic Law for Cultural Industry, and by 2001, the Ministry of Culture had spun up dedicated loan funds for small entertainment firms. The government went further, merging several agencies into the Korea Creative Content Agency, KOCA, which still dispenses grants, export insurance, and oversees showcase budgets. Just as important, Seoul quickly rolled out the world's fastest internet. By the early 2000s, Korean pop companies were ready for the digital era. YouTube appeared in 2005 and turned that readiness into worldwide reach. A shaky fan video of Super Junior's first show traveled from Seoul internet cafes to Southeast Asian living rooms in days. 2 years later, Wonder Girls cracked the US Billboard Hot 100 with Nobody, and in 2012, Psy's Gangnam Style shattered YouTube's view counter. Then came BTS. In 2021, their single Butter set a platform record with 108 million views in 24 hours and nearly 4 million people watching the premiere at the same moment, more than some cable channels draw in a month. By 2023, the Korea Foundation counted 225 million self-identified Korean Wave fans in 119 countries, and roughly 2/3 followed K-pop first and foremost. That worldwide army of fans exists thanks to the trainee system. Every year, the big 4 labels, HYBE, SM, JYP, and YG, hold open auditions or scout on TikTok. Out of tens of thousands of hopefuls, only a few dozen sign trainee contracts. Keeping one trainee housed, fed, and coached cost at least 100 million won, or about $73,000 each year. Training lasts between 2 and 5 years. A 5-member group can therefore cost more than $750,000 before releasing its first song. Days start with early morning dance drills, move to language class after lunch, then vocal practice until after midnight. Every month, management holds a survival test, and anyone who falls behind may be cut. The process is harsh, but the payoff is clear. When 17 released the mini-album 17th Heaven in 2023, it sold 5.09 million copies in 1 week, the fastest in Korean history. So how does the K-pop makes money? The industry relies on 3 broad streams. The first is music sales, both physical and digital. In most countries, CDs disappeared years ago. In K-pop, they are luxury collectibles. A typical album is a thick photo book with posters, stickers, and a random photo card. Because collectors want every card, they buy multiple copies, sometimes whole boxes. During one convenience store event in Seoul, overseas fans purchased an average of 47 copies each. In the first half of 2023, Korea exported about $133 million worth of physical albums, up 17% from the year before. Japan alone bought almost $48 million in Korean CDs, the United States about $33 million, and China close to $30 million. Even in Latin America, where shipping can cost more than the disc, K-pop albums are often the top import sellers on local sites. The second revenue engine is touring. K-pop concerts feel like a mix of Broadway, Cirque du Soleil, and a tech conference. Light sticks contain Bluetooth chips, so the entire crowd becomes a giant LED screen. There are drones mapping shapes, fireworks timed to beats. Blackpink's Born Pink tour ended 2024 with $332 million from 1.82 million global tickets, the biggest tour ever by an Asian act and the richest by any vocal group. Analysts now value the worldwide K-pop live events market at roughly $13 billion and expect it to reach $23 billion by 2032. Labels plan schedules by reading data dashboards. If YouTube plays in Santiago Jump overnight, a Chile stop is added before the buzz fades. The third stream covers everything else fans can buy: merchandise, licenses, and digital subscriptions. Every group has a unique official lightstick that costs about $50 and usually sells out months before the first show. HYBE's merchandise and licensing division alone earned $128 million in one quarter, thanks to limited edition hoodies, cartoon plushies, and webcomics about idol characters. Luxury fashion is now part of the same machine. Jennie of Blackpink models for Chanel and Calvin Klein, Jimin of BTS is a Dior ambassador, New Jeans signed big deals with Levi's and Coca-Cola less than a year after debut. A top-tier endorsement often pays between $2 and $4 million. Online, the spending continues. HYBE's fan app Weverse has passed 150 million downloads and hosts over 160 official communities. Basic membership costs around $20 a year. Fans then purchase virtual gifts, rehearsal videos, and live chat tickets. During the pandemic, one streamed concert priced at $35 drew more than 750,000 paying viewers, proving companies can earn eight-figure sums without renting a venue. Most of this money flows through four public companies. HYBE posted $351 million in revenue in the first quarter of 2025, up 39% year-on-year, helped by 150 concert dates across several continents. SM Entertainment recorded $171 million that same quarter and announced an SM 3.0 blueprint, 40 physical albums and 400 concerts each year, plus a British boy band TV series with the BBC. JYP reached $445 million in 2024 after Stray Kids topped the US Billboard 200 and twice toured 14 North American arenas. Its new Latin unit is training a Spanish-English girl group for 2026. YG runs a smaller roster but relies on giants. Blackpink's tour alone made up roughly one-third of YG's 2024 revenue, and its upcoming girl group Baby Monster has a launch budget rumored at $14 million. Together, the Big Four have almost tripled their combined sales since 2019 and now aim for $3 billion a year, more than France's entire recorded music market. Fans are the silent investors who keep the engine running. A U.S. survey in 2024 showed that K-pop listeners spend about $24 a month on merchandise, 2.5 times the average American music fan. Field studies suggest a dedicated Blackpink fan might spend $1,400 in a single year once albums, shows, and photo cards are counted. When IZ*ONE was about to disband in 2021, supporters raised $1 million in 10 days, hoping to extend the group's contract. Fans also coordinate bulk buys to boost first-week album numbers and run streaming relays so Spotify never sees a dip. For BTS's single Permission to Dance, communities in Manila, Mexico City, and Riyadh logged more than 100 million streams in 48 hours. Free marketing that could cost another label millions in ads. Follower power shows up in social media data. BTS's YouTube channel has more than 80 million subscribers and 25 billion views, bigger than the population of Germany. New Jeans' song Super Shy inspired 6 million TikTok dance videos in 2 weeks and passed 500 million Spotify plays in 3 months. On X, Twitter, Posts from Brazil and Mexico often rank in the global top 10 for K-pop chatter, sometimes beating the entire United States. Labels read those numbers carefully. If hoodie sales spike in Berlin, they rush more stock. If Buenos Aires starts trending, an arena date is added. Japan is still the biggest foreign market for Korean music. In the first half of 2024, Japanese fans spent about $48 million on K-pop albums. To serve them, Korean producers have created groups made up mostly of Japanese members who train in Seoul. Two such acts, JO1 and NiziU, now headline Tokyo Dome, a stadium that holds nearly 55,000 people. Farther away, Latin America is turning from fan hub into production base. JYP's L2K project started with 50,000 Spanish-speaking applicants and has narrowed to 18 trainees living in a Mexico City dorm. HYBE has opened scouting offices in Buenos Aires and Sao Paulo because the numbers support the gamble. BTS earned $14 million from just 2 Sao Paulo shows, and Blackpink sold 110,000 Mexico City tickets in 36 minutes. If a trilingual group can mix Spanish hooks with Korean style, revenue could soar even higher.
Rapid growth does raise concerns. Environmental groups note that multi-copy album culture creates plastic waste. Mental health advocates worry about the stress of 15-hour practice days and no dating rules. Investors wonder whether sales might slow. Physical exports grew only 0.5% in 2024 after years of double-digit jumps. The Culture Ministry now funds eco-friendly packaging tests, and KOCCA offers grants to improve trainee wellness programs. Labels face a delicate balance. Keep profits high while showing fans and shareholders they can operate responsibly. Even with those challenges, other industries are copying K-pop's blueprint. Hollywood studios release concept photos before movie trailers the way idols drop teaser images. Nashville country artists sell multiple vinyl colors of the same album, borrowing the photo card idea. European soccer clubs study Weverse's paid membership tiers to monetize superfans. The lesson, boiled down, is simple. Train talent until excellence feels normal. Tell an ongoing story so every release matters. Control the platform where fans gather. Sell something at every step, and treat supporters as partners instead of customers. From a 7-point score on an old talent show to a live events pipeline projected to pass $20 billion by 2030, Korean pop proves that passion, once organized and scaled, can rewrite the global entertainment playbook.
Thanks for watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe.